What is up, YouTube? This is your boy, the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci. And a lot of people have requested that I react to this video called, I think it's like, You Can't Believe How Big the Universe Really Is, something like that. It's a newer video, and I'm pretty sure it talks about the sizes and things like that. I've already seen the video, first of all. The person that wanted me to react to it, I've already seen it. It does a good job of explaining stuff, but as far as the visual aspect, I didn't think that the scaling and stuff worked out the best. So I'm going to react to a video that I've actually seen, I really enjoy. It's from a channel that I've watched all of their videos, like the entire channel. I've watched the entire set of videos. This is, well, it looks like he changed his name. It's like Regar W comparisons. I think he used to be like Regisaw comparisons, but it looks like he might have changed it a little bit. He does all kinds of videos that compares different things, like the most expensive houses, and he like scales the different houses, the most expensive materials, the most expensive foods, the biggest weapons. Like, he just does a ton of different videos that explain sizes, like speeds, and everything. So if you have some time and you are interested in learning something, be sure to check out this channel. It covers everything that you might be interested in. Anyway, this one is the universe size comparison in 3D. So what he does is he takes 3D models and he uses them to make size comparisons to other things. So if you ever played a game, it was on Newgrounds. It was a game where you like can scroll like different sizes. It was like you start off real small, like with like the plank and things like that, and then you would slowly expand and it would go so far out that it would go to the extendable universe, or the observable universe, and the estimated full universe. And this is a lot like that, because it starts off real small and it slowly scales back and back and back, and you just see different things and sizes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get right into it, and leave all comments for afterwards. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Our universe, a vast and mystical place, yet full of mystery. How big is it? Why are we here? Is there a higher being up there? To answer these, we first got to look deep within ourselves, really, really deep, to what makes us, and ultimately, the universe. At the universal domain of tininess, these are quantum foams atop one-dimension strings, the fabric of space-time itself, going any smaller would defy the laws of physics. This is the smallest thing in existence, a Planck particle. The next smallest thing are quintillion times bigger. Everything in our universe are made up of these particles defined by the standard model. They are responsible for mass, electromagnetism, gravity, and radioactive decay. The smallest of them is the electron neutrino, so small it weighs against even the smallest quark. These are quarks which combine to form composite particles, the most familiar being the protons and neutrons. This wave is from the photon, the light particle. Zooming further, we pass by the electrons and reach the Higgs boson, the particle responsible for mass. And finally, we made it to what we're all familiar with, protons and neutrons, some of which combine to form atomic nucleus, the largest being element 118. Yet, the nucleus is a tiny fraction of the atom. Electrons in quantum motion orbits this vast empty space, and at last, the atom. Big, huh? Our body alone is made up of 1 octillion atoms, with cesium being the largest. Some of these bond to form the 4 building blocks of life: proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and DNA. The wonders of nanotechnology exist here. This is a clickable view of an electron microscope. The land here is viruses, so small yet deadly. For example, HIV claims millions annually. We zoom out to bacteria. Our body alone has an astonishing 100 trillion of them. These are cells that makes up life. Every single one of our 40 trillion cells contains 20 billion pairs of DNA genome. We reach the landscape of some of the smallest
The
animals.
plankton has an actual picture of like
And
plankton
the
from
scale,
SpongeBob.
even a
That's
flea,
funny.
looks like something straight off a horror movie. Ugh. A rice grain and an ant. We're getting more familiar. Oh, would you look at that Genius Channel advertisement on the iPhone? And here's your daily dose of nightmare. Enjoy. Do be grateful they didn't grow as big as us. And this is where we stand, created by the very laws of the macroscopic world.
Yes, I'm actually
the great
slightly
vast
arachnophobic.
Macroscopic world
Slightly.
beyond us. Marvel of the fascinations of the animal kingdom.
I'll explain it later.
Its biggest land mammal, the elephant. Yet, the ocean dwells even larger creatures. For example, the giant squid, the Jurassic World mosasaur, and a blue whale, the largest animal ever existed. But history produced even greater creatures. A jet-sized flying creature, a dinosaur longer than a blue whale, and another taller than a 5-story building. Still dwarf in comparison to the tallest living organism, the Hyperion tree. But we scale higher with aerodynamic technology. And behold, the largest thing to ever flew the skies, the Hindenburg. We have also conquered the seas with naval technology. Behold, the Poseidon of the sea, Yael Viking. And we've reached higher than ever, building architectural masterpieces towering city skylines, even exceeding natural wonders. We've not only exceeded vertically, but horizontally as well. Yet nature always outdo us, forming landforms reaching incredible heights. But our species spread wide and far. Yet space is a whole new frontier. These are the moons of other planets, vast areas of unexplored regions, climate, and landscape awaits. As we zoom out from moons to planets, we ask ourselves, where are we? That's here. That's Earth. On it, everyone you ever know, every religion, every ideology, every conflict, every experience, every saint and sinner in history of our species live out their lives in a speck of dust, suspended in space.
I believe that quote was like
the sun. A ball of
it wasn't a
superheated
direct
gas
quote,
can
but
fit
that
a
quote
million
mainly
Earth
came
inside
from
of it. Yet our sun
Carl
is
Sagan, I
tiny
believe.
compared to the really big stars out there. Polaris, over 10,000 times bigger than our sun. Pistol Star, 3,000 times larger than Polaris. If it was our sun, it would have reached far out as Mars. And then there's this monster, UY Scuti, the largest star ever discovered, 1 billion times bigger than our sun. The extent of our solar system. Yet, it's just one of many solar systems in our galaxy, one of them being the TRAPPIST-1 star system, believed to house 7 planets with life. Passing by Saturn orbit, witness the largest black hole and abyss among these interstellar beauties. We have reached the distance light travels in a year, just reaching the nearest stars.
Like I said, I've been binge watched this guy's entire channel.
Millions of years to cover. These spectacular objects you see are called nebulas. There are interstellar regions of clouds and stardust. The largest and probably most boring named one being this, NGC 604. But they are accompanied by stars, lots of them. Some have dozens of planets. As we traverse our Milky Way, could there be someone, somewhere out there, among billions of stars and trillions of planets, thinking, do we exist? Our Milky Way, home to 100 billion stars, our sun being just one of them, is just one of trillions of galaxies out there, each with billions of stars. And some are really, really big. IC1101, the largest galaxy. It contains 100 trillion stars and 1 quadrillion planets. Could there be one with life? Galaxies merge to form galaxy clusters. Each speck you see here is not a single star, but a whole galaxy of stars, seen as one. Laniakea, a supercluster of 100,000 galaxies. In just one of many superclusters in the Physis-Cetus supercluster complex, with many other supercluster complexes, form the vast cosmic web. And eventually, our universe. Here lies everything. Or does it? What if there's a universe, one where Hillary Clinton became president, one where Hitler won the war, or the dinosaur never went extinct? What if there are parallel universes with different timelines? How many would there be? A lot. In just 1 second, anything could happen. This is the number of parallel universes in the next second alone. A number so big it's just the number of digits it have. Anything from your crush texting you now to this video hangs happens here. Yet, since the Big Bang, unimaginable numbers of parallel universes have formed. Every possible event imaginable, every alternate timeline conceivable. Everything within the laws of physics, every possible outcome throughout all of space-time itself exists here. Parallel universe. Yet, could there even be other parallel universes with different laws of physics, other dimensions, and even colors we can't see? Alternate universe with everything we can't ever imagine nor comprehend. The multiverse.
Like I said, this video makes you question yourself, makes you question life. Yeah, it's this guy has amazing content. Like I said, I've watched every single piece of his videos, and I'll probably watch them again. Whether or not I'll take you guys with me on that journey, that's up to you. If you want to see me react to more of his videos, just leave a comment down below. Yeah, like I said, I'm slightly arachnophobic. Not in the sense that I'm scared of spiders. It's only specific stuff. Like, something that gets me is, if you've ever looked at a National Geographic book, every once in a while you'll come across a picture of a close-up of a jumping spider's face. You know, where they have those giant eyes and stuff. Like, when I was younger, I used to come across those pictures and, like, I would instantly just, like, freeze for a second. And then afterwards, I'd be cool. But there's always, like, that initial spook that I always get from those type of pictures. Now, I've moved away from that recently. Like, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to, but it still has a little bit of you feel a chill a little bit, like, ugh. I'm not sure why, because jumping spiders usually are okay. They're very small, and most of the time they're pretty helpful. Like, they don't really do anything as far as harming humans or anything like that, but I don't know, it just spooks me out. The funny thing is, the more poisonous spiders don't scare me at all. Like, black widows and stuff, ones that don't really have the eyes or anything, they don't bother me at all. But whatever. I was about to go ahead and say that it's funny that when you think about the size of the universe and how big everything gets, and like billions and billions of times, it's funny because everything is made up of the tiniest particles. And like, if you think about human beings, our bodies, we're pretty much just like walking apartment complexes for bacteria and molecules and viruses and things like that. Like, our brains and everything are made up of tiny things that are programmed to get what they need to survive, and they get together and become us, and we just use that to help ourselves. Like, our brains tell us to eat because the molecules in our body need food or need calories or energy or whatever to do what they got to do. Like, every single part of you're like, we're like a giant colony of things that have gotten together and are trying to do their best to survive. Like, even right now, I'm looking at you and everything else. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe because the molecules in me like to have fun. So they're doing this as entertainment for themselves. But yeah, it's interesting to think about, like, how everything in this universe is put together. Anyway, this has been my reaction. I hope you guys enjoy it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. This has been the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci. I'm gonna move on to the next video. I'll see you guys there. Deuces.